Okay, so what we're going to do to start with is there's matrix energetics, and I think that's like a carrot on the stick. Like it's like, wow, instant healing, instant manifestation, pure magic, pure fun. So that's super cool. But then there's more than that. And so then we have this peace process, and that's a way to go inside and clear whatever's in the way, the obstacles, or when you think of your vision and getting what you really, really, really want in life, and yet it brings up some sort of pain in your body. There's some sort of thing that's in the way of that. So peace process is awesome because it can direct you right to what's in the way. And then there's another part of it. So I'm going to show you something, and let me just make sure everybody's muted so that we have a little video for this. And I'm going to share my screen. And this is what I see as, because that's always been my interest, is like, how do you make it so that people get what they want? And let's see, we've got to still, there's somebody in the waiting room. Let me just stop share again, and let me just get everybody in. Okay, here goes. Okay, so yeah, so let me share this again, and I'll show you what we're up to. So there's this atomic portal. It's I believe it's at ralphhavens.com/atomic portal for you guys that are in. And if you go here, there's a framework. And so there's two frameworks, and I'm going to guide you through a couple of them because I think this is the missing link. And then we're going to do a matrix thing, and then get right to this peace process to really clear what's in the way. Because the basic thing is like, what's the result? Like, what do you want? So so let me take us through this way first. This is the expanded version. And this one is a PDF. You can actually literally grab it and share this. I have no problem with you sharing it, because people can come into our group with this. So, because when I'm thinking of like success, like, what do you really, really want? You could think about, what do you want? It could be your health. It could be your happiness. It could be abundance, like your money. It could be your life, your lifestyle. It could be your relationship, like who you're around. Maybe you're not married yet, or maybe you are married, but you want something, whatever you want. And so the key, I think, to start with is to think about what do you want? So let's just go through this quickly, and you can go through this later as well. Just think about, what is it you really want? And we call it your definite chief aim in life. Because if you're aiming this energy, this manifestation stuff, this peace process, this instant miracle, it's kind of cool to aim it at something. Because matrix energetics is awesome, but it can also be like you just kind of like throw it off into the infinite, and then something cool will come up. But it's like it's kind of cool to know what you want. So you can think for a moment, what is it that you truly want? And then what we're up to with this peace process is mastering your mind, because your thoughts do control your reality. Your thoughts, your beliefs, it is a reflection of your programming. So we have a way to control your thoughts and the emotions. If you're thinking fearful emotions, it doesn't really help a lot. If you're thinking happiness, and if you feel happiness and love and enjoyment and excitement and enthusiasm, that stuff makes things happen. So how to do this is our peace process. And then connecting it up with a feeling of gratitude, which if you feel like you already have it and you're so grateful, that starts to make things happen. And then a big part of it is all of us. So all of us together doing this very dedicated, sincere work to clear this stuff, it creates something where we're tapping into what has been called the ethers, that space. So when we're all doing this together, we're connecting up with that higher source power that's in us, and then here's the part that I think is missing on so many levels, especially from the spiritual people, is to actually get a plan. And some people might be like, I don't want a plan. I don't want that kind of control. I want to kind of float through and just go with what feels right. But it's like, that's like a child, like, just eat junk food and just play video games and don't go to school and don't comb your hair and never take a bath. It's like, no. You gotta, you don't need a plan, but if you don't have a plan, it's like, so my thinking on this is more, it's like we're athletes, high level athletes, and you've got a plan, and you've got a team, and you've got a coaches, and you're on a mission to do something big. And so then the plan is important. And even though it's a plan, and even though you're training, and even though there seems to be a lot of very specific rituals and routines and stuff that you put in place, it's the time of your life. You're having a blast. You've got a team, you've got a mission, you've got something to do. You're like a high-level athlete. So this is the part that I think is missing a lot, is having a plan. And so it's great if you have a plan and you connect it with your decision to do your purpose in life. So, and I'm going to show you a way to do this. And so then what happens is you could have a little journal and just say, okay, what do you want? Like, maybe put that at the beginning of your journal. What is it you're really aiming for? Your health, your happiness, your money, your relationships, your business, your family. What is it you're aiming yourself for? And then every day, just write down what are the top 3 things to actually do during the day. Because, if you have a day, say you have a day that's like your day and you can do anything you want. If you wake up without a plan and without this like aim, the day will go by and your email inbox and your Facebook Messenger will tell you what to do. It's going to be what everybody else wants you to do. So, and then you get to the end of the day, it's like, oh, golly, So this is, I think, some parts that are missing from some of this spiritual work and this energetic work and this matrix energetics work of like, I just want to fast like 2 point. And, it's like, come on, it's like, we got to like have a little bit of a plan, right? And so then the next part is to have your journal. And at the end of the day or the next morning, you reflect and just feel like, okay, what are you grateful for? What happened? How did it go? And then the next day plans. And then write down your top 3 things for the day, because you've got a plan. You're like an athlete, and you can make adjustments and course corrections and look at the failures more as like just temporary in their information. And you've got this, you're kind of tuning it, because faith that you've got this thing, this is going to work. It's going to work. And so you kind of start to get some wins and you get more beliefs, and it's like, this stuff works. And then you have more and more faith. And then what's key is sometimes you're down, and it's good to have the group, like our group, to have, the environment, who you're around really, really matters. So that when you're down, people, the energy of it can bring you up back in it. And when you're up, you can help other people. So this environment is really key. And then peace process. The obstacles are the way, when you feel stuff that's not the manifestation, make stuff happen, emotions, you've got the rage, the fear, the anxiety, the concern, there are real things going on. We peace process that. And then here's what we do with Matrix. So now we can use Matrix. And I think of Matrix Energetics as like the refresh button. You've done this work on the computer and you've got the website looking better and better. And you go, okay, let's update. And so let's update right now. And that's as simple as just dropping a pebble in your head, just let it go and it falls. And then go to the feeling of great joy, like little kid or excitement or enthusiasm or the best day of your life kind of feeling. We've all had those kind of days, vacation day, perfect spot. Yeah, so Matrix Energetics is awesome. I mean, it puts you in that state. That's why we love taking those classes back in the day. You just popped into 200, 300, 400 people that were just living in this space. Brainwaves of Matrix Energetics are gamma waves. It's pure ecstasy. And then we go put it to work like an athlete with our plan. So that's how we do this. And then there's stuff in the portal about Qigong, which is super useful for healing. There's stuff about breathing. There's stuff about nutrition. And then the key is just keep noticing, and noticing when we're complaining, and I'm saying we, because I do this too, of course, complaining, criticizing, blaming, or judging anything, because those are things that just bring you out of this state of healing and manifestation. So if it worked, like, well, I got to be real, Ralph. It's like, yeah, but if it worked to criticize or complain or judge or blame other people, yourself, the way things are, if it worked, it's like, yeah, we should do some of that. But it actually is opposite of working, right? So you just got to notice it. Sometimes you're in that complaining, judging, blaming space, but you just quickly come back. That's why the group is good. You come into the group and like, okay, let's go to the vow of happiness, vow of gratitude. And you can just think to yourself, like, is this problem, is what just happened worth enough to me to give up my vow of happiness? And if it is, that's okay. Go grump around. But if it's like important enough to you for your definite chief aim, is like, you know what? This is bad. It's not good. They said that. This isn't right. But it's not. I'm not going to give up my vow of happiness, even if it upsets other people that are like, you shouldn't be so happy around these things, Ralpho. And then a key part of it is to just notice your life. So as you go through with all this, you're an athlete, you've got a definite chief aim, you've got a plan, you're doing your plan, you're reflecting on your plan, you're adjusting your plan, you're dropping into this space, you've got a vow of happiness. You're going to the feeling of that. And as you do it, you just notice your life. You notice, the car drive by, you notice the diesel fumes, you notice the leaf dropping, you notice how it feels to walk to the mailbox. You just notice your life, because when you notice your life, something really magical starts to happen. So, and we've got a little course, 4 videos that you can go to get that there, and you can actually share that if you want. Now I'm going to go show you this next part. Let's see. I think I'll just go here again. Sorry, let me just back up here. How do I do this? I'm going to go through, because this is, I've been having people ask me like matrix energetics, which is awesome. But this, we want results. And so here's another part that we use for business kind of things. And it's the same kind of thing, but just broken down into 5 sections. So vision, what is it you really, really want? Peace process, to notice what you notice in your body. Every obstacle, every problem, everything that's in the way is actually a reason to go in and do peace process. Environment, I need one more piece to this environment, because the key part of the environment is who you're around. And then there's things for your health, different physical things. And then your skills. And here I like wisdom, healing, qigong, Ming Tong Gu's work, qicenter.com. Here's getting your plan, getting your 3 things to do during the day, reflecting on it, adjusting it. Find somebody that's done something you want to do, and then start to model it. And then get your plan, make your decision to actually do your plan, have it written down, and then find a way to enjoy the whole thing. Kind of like an athlete that's, football player, for example, has played football since they were 5, and they get to still play football when they're an adult. It's like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So it's about being, peace process, and then also doing. And then I've got another little link here, so you can share those 2 things. And where it is in this portal. It's in this portal, your portal. And I'm going to put this right here. Let's see where to go. This one. In this, we've done different little 5-10 minute segments, and you can go through and see which one calls you, and that can kind of tune you in. And then the key part of the work is just showing up here and doing this, and so matrix energetics, the way I see matrix energetics fit into this is to just every so often hit the refresh button. So let's do that together. And you can do it as simple as think of a pebble in your head and let it go. It falls into this space, and just go to the feeling of that emotional feeling of joy, of something that brings you great joy. It doesn't have to be quote unquote spiritual. Okay, and I'm going to turn off that recording.